Podcast, the podcast where we dive deep into love, life, and Christian spiritual growth. Whether you're nurturing your relationships, balancing your health, or seeking a path to mental and emotional wellness, we're here to inspire and uplift your heart. Join us as we explore the journeys that make us whole, mind, body, and soul. Let's grow together with love, light, and endless possibilities. Get ready to keep your heart up and learn to love yourself freely, fully, and unconditionally. You deserve it. Now, welcome your host and co-host of the LoveSeat Podcast.
Well, hello tonight, ladies. Welcome to the Love Seat. We are so glad that you decided to join us tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are here to keep your hearts up, keep moving, and just excite you. So I am Andrea Hayes. I am one of the co-hosts. We have the lovely Minister Carenda. And then we also, all right. And then the lovely Coach Pam. Give it up for Coach Pam. We're so glad you guys are on. And we don't have Minister Rose tonight, but girl, we miss you.
Yes.
For you and everything. So we will have you on next month. Guys, y'all have to join because Minister Rose will be leading the group the next time. So I'm excited about that.
Me too.
So for tonight, I want to talk about what is something new that we're doing in our lives, ladies. I'm gonna start with Carenda.
Okay, I will go first. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, Andrea. I'm so happy that you are hosting tonight. I love it. We just share the love here at the LoveSeat Podcast, building each other up and doing some phenomenal things. I will say there has been so much going on. I'm trying to think about where I want to start, but I do want to personally thank all of those who were able to come out, those who prayed, the support of the official ribbon cutting of Stress Easy LLC. I'm super excited. My mom, yes. My mom was here. My spiritual mom was there. My bestie, Janique, was there. Andrea, who is the president of United Way, my assistant realtor, Tiffany, her husband, were there. Tanya, my church member, just so many people. Annette, who I have known for several years with Women with Vision, just wonderful people, and other members of the chamber came out to support Mary and so many others. So I am just, I'm just grateful. I'm still basking in just the what God is doing, the grace that He has given, the passion to help women really enhance their mental health and emotional well-being. So yes, to Stress Easy, we are ready to do some big things, and the ribbon cutting was such a great success. So super excited. Thank you to GBA Gaston Business Association for their support. It was a wonderful affair. So that's what I got.
All right. Well, congratulations. I'm so excited for you.
Yes,
I wish I could have been there, but I was so excited knowing that you are starting on this new path. Okay, Coach Pam, anything new with you tonight?
I recently attended, about a month or so ago, a Women Evolve conference by Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts. She did it in Dallas, Texas. And her theme was surrender. But I think surrender basically reminds me to give up control over something. Well, in this case, surrendering to God. So as she talked about surrender, one of the points I got up there is how she talked about when we surrender to God, we are grieving, but yet we're believing. We need to be believing. So you're grieving and believing at the same time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
How she did that. You're grieving the things you lost, but you believe in God for new faith and new, things and higher heights. And a few other points I kind of want to mention is that it was a doctor there that talked about what you're looking for is looking for you.
Ooh.
And,
okay, I'm putting my heart up on that. That's good. Okay, that's real good. What you're looking for is looking for you.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't mean to cut you off, Coach Pam, but can I say something real quick? I can't help it. I'm sorry. Forgive me. But you know what? There are times I do believe, and I have witnessed this, where there have been moments where what I was in need of or desiring or looking, like it located me. Like I wasn't, now there are times where, I'm seeking and praying, but I have had times where it located me. The blessing located me, the answer, the understanding, it located me. So that's good.
That's good. That's good. It found you. It was searching for you all along.
All along. It was God just set it up.
Yes, set up.
Set up. I'm telling you, them set up.
Set up.
That's good.
Okay. All right. So I have two new things. One, and I shared it with Carenda. So I'm drinking my little drink, and I got my vitamin C. So this is something that I've been doing. I'm taking the vitamin C as an educator. I am around kids. They get sick a lot, runny noses. And now that I'm doing vitamin C, it's really helping my health not to sneeze, not to catch those colds as much. The biggest thing is keeping yourself healthy is going ahead and have that vitamin C in your body. So I'm eating the foods, but what I've been learning about food is that it does not have everything you need. So you kind of need food and the vitamin. And so this vitamin C packet is really helping out a lot that you can get at Walmart. Just take one a day. And I just put it in my water. And the second thing that I'm working on right now is planning for 2025. Normally, I wait until December, New Year's coming up, rolling around, but I wanted to try something new. It's October, and I learned from my business coach that you need to prepare, to plan, and get ready, and not wait until December. You kind of get behind, and then you have all this anxiety. Whereas you go ahead and plan and prepare, it helps you to get ready for the new year, but also, not be as nervous and just be flexible. Know that plan can change at any time, but we're lost when we don't have a plan at all. And of course, we have to focus on God for that. So that's
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Lost, and it's stress and all that.
All of that. Chaos. Okay. Confusion. That's good, Andrea. I love that. Are you going to do a vision board?
Yes. So every year I do a vision board. I have a vision board. I might add to a little bit, but normally now I'm starting to do by months, and I just put my bullet points in there. And if I need to erase it or go back, that kind of keeps me on track. So that's just a little tip for you guys that can help you plan for the new year. And just speak life, guys. Be positive. I know a lot of things are going on in the world, but let's stay positive, and depend on God. I think we go through storms, we go through so much as individuals, but I really think those storms are teaching us to depend on God for every single little thing versus depending on our own strength.
Absolutely.
That's just been coming to me a lot. All right, Coach Pam, how are you loving yourself today?
Well, I got some much needed rest after a little celebration of my little granddaughter on Saturday. She turned 2 last week.
Oh, congratulations. Where are the pictures?
Yeah, I was running around the park with her, and I was very tired yesterday. So I did get some rest today, and I decided to go to walk in the park. I did some walking in the park. One of my friends, she say she go to the park, she walk and pray. I say that's a good idea. I can get some exercise, spirituality in, and physical, body in, emotional, everywhere.
Yes, walk and pray. That's good.
Walk and pray. That's what she said. I'm like, that's a good idea. Then I came home and did some reading. I bought a book. One of the ladies that was at the conference had a book called it's eye-opening, called The Gift of Rejection.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nola
okay,
Jones,
you need
by Nola Jones.
Okay, I'm gonna say who's the author? Okay.
Yeah. It's
that's
deep.
good. I'm gonna have to add that to my list.
Yeah, it's an eye opener, because rejection can be God leaving you to direction.
Yes,
but it's
that extra push when you get that rejection.
Yes,
and it can be a gift if you open it up.
It can be,
but yeah. But it's deep. It's a deep book. She tells her life story. Sometimes as I read her life story, because I think I had heard it on part of her story on YouTube. Then she was at the conference also, and as she tells her story, it's like sometimes we think our lives, the beginning of our lives or our childhood was rough, but until you hear somebody else's story,
I'm trying to tell you,
get rejected by your own mother. That's tough.
That's tough. That's deep.
That's one of the toughest things of all.
Wow.
And I was reading her book, and also I'm gonna reflect a little back on that. Dr. Anita, she's another person who wrote the book, and she at the event she talked about mother wounds.
Ooh.
So deep in that too. So anyway, so sometimes you just start thinking how grateful you were, or experience, you didn't experience that type of trauma. Not to say you didn't experience anything in life, but the beginning of life, that type of trauma is tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. And then some people
just hearing about that. Just hearing about the mother wound. At my church, they call it the mother and father wound. And we have a program where we it's called Forward, and you have to walk through the process of forgiveness. So you have to do like 4 or 5 workshops, and then you have a conference to go with it. And one of those topics is mother wounds. And you get to, at the end, right, all that pain, all that, how we were talking about surrender, and you leave it at the cross. And you walk up, you leave it there, you put it in an envelope, and you're saying, I'm surrendering it to you, God. Wow. And then we have this moment where the leaders of the church, like your spiritual parents up there, that you kind of look for guidance, go up there and you just get you a hug and embrace, and they like speak encouragement over you. So, when I hear wounded mother, I think about we got to release that pain. And to God.
And you just said something too right there. And she also said, Dr. Anita also said, a lot of times, sometimes kids, that trauma of the mother wound, sometimes all they need is a hug. What you just said. It's all they needed was a hug, but they find it other places, people, things, or whatever, sex, whatever. But that's all they needed. She said the same thing. All they needed was a hug when they was little. I was like, wow.
And hugs, I know we got to move on, but yes, I so agree with that, because hugs are they're therapeutic, but it is something powerful in hugging. And so maybe we need to challenge you all who are listening tonight. Make sure you hug someone before you go to bed. And if you're single like me and you're like, well, who am I hug yourself. We've been taught how to wrap our arms around ourselves. We can do that. Right. If you don't have someone physically that you can hug in your home, be a lover of one, hug yourself. But hugging is powerful. It's powerful. Yeah.
It really is.
Or just wrap yourself up in a blanket. I know
Yes.
wraps herself up in a blanket. She's single and she has a stuffed animal and she's like, I know I'm old. But I'm like, no, girl, everybody needs that security.
Security.
Yes.
That you might not have got enough I forgot what it's called, sensory bonding
Mm-hmm.
while you was a kid. So you need that
Yeah.
extra support attachment more. And so
Yeah.
support.
Love it.
All right. So now we're going to go on for our hot topic tonight. We are going to talk about Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We got our pinks on. Woo woo. And I am so excited because Coach Pam is going to drop some knowledge on us and some wisdom tips about breast cancer. Go ahead, Coach Pam.
Okay, I'm going to start with my journey. My journey began in my 30s. I discovered that I went to get my mammogram, and it was discovered that I did have cancer at that time. Of course, I thought I was too young, but it was what it was. So I did do surgery and some radiation, and I continued to work doing radiation. It wasn't too bad. I was able to manage it the first time. So the second time it was discovered, a little more challenging. Discover it was kind of odd. I know it wasn't nothing but God this second time because I went to get the mammogram, and the lab, the paperwork came in the mail, and it said, everything looked good. But if you have dense breasts, you may want to talk to your doctor. So anybody could have missed that. It said, it looked okay, but if you have dense breasts. So I recommend anybody, that go get a mammogram and you see your report and it say dense breasts, you need to talk to your primary care doctor because they need to run some further tests, because some people miss that. So anyway, I went to my doctor and she did an MRI and referred me to a specialist and biopsy. And so this particular doctor wanted me to do chemo, but I just didn't want to do chemo because I read so much about it. To me, it's poison, it's this, and you're going to lose your hair and all kinds of stuff. Make you look old, all that. I was reading a lot of stuff on the internet. So anyway, I decided to do some research. I like, searching stuff on Google. So I found out that you can test to find out if you actually do need chemo. But, it wasn't my particular doctor, but, I found a doctor. I found a female doctor in another area, and she said, yes, you can test to see if you actually need it. So I did the test. And not only did I need it, I needed more than the original doctor said. And she said I had a different type of cancer. That's crazy. So there I am, confused. And I go back to the original doctor, and he didn't agree with the other doctor said. And, there I am, want to look for some more opinions. So in the meantime, I had, I guess, tried to get an appointment at a particular hospital because it's hard to get to this particular hospital. And so I was telling my primary care doctor that, and so in the meantime, I went to another one. I wound up doing about four opinions. So anyway, the hospital called me, and my primary care doctor told me, it's hard to get in there. If I were you, I was gonna go to it. Even though I had these other opinions, I was getting confused because one doctor said you need these men, and another would say you have a different type, so a different treatment. So anyway, I went there, and I was really relieved that she was very patient and calm, and made me relax, and told me if I need, counseling, social work, or whatever, she gonna get me what I needed. So I just kind of calmed down because it seemed like she understood my confusion. I'm totally confused. I'm gonna get treated here for this type, over there you need more, and this another type. It's like, oh my God. So anyway, I went and I decided to go with that fourth doctor, and she ordered my stuff from the other hospital because I did have surgery. Then she ordered my stuff from the other hospital and was going to let her people, her forensic people, whatever kind of people, I might be saying the name wrong, whatever lab people look at it and everything. But in the meantime, she wanted me to go ahead and get started. And if it's something different, then we'll go that route. So I was really relieved that I am blessed that I had a doctor that, you know, was compassionate, showed empathy, you know, care, you know, because that can make a difference. A good doctor can make a difference in calming you down, even though you're going through one of your worst seasons of life. So anyway, I did decide to go ahead and do, you know, the treatment. And it wasn't that the treatment was so bad. I mean, yeah, there's side effects. And these days, as far as, you know, losing my hair, I did lose my hair, but they have better technology now where you can actually save your hair, you know. Back then, I mean, when I did it, you know, it was about the insurance and all that. But they have kind of like something you can put over your head and pretty much save your hair. It might thin some, but, you know, you might not lose it. And then they got medicine, nauseating medicine, so control that, you know, stomach upset, and, you know, things have got better. And then one of my friends I had met, just, I don't know, I think we were going to a prayer meeting or something, because I was getting a lot of prayer at that time, trying to decide what I would do too. You know, I told, you know, friends, family, I need prayer. Whenever I go in, one of them, I think I used to text, hey, I'm here. I need you to pray for me like right now, so I can get through this. So anyway, I, you know, and I heard people, you know, they doing chemo. So I myself, that don't make no sense. So anyway, but they put steroids in there and you get hungry when you get treated. So, yeah. So my husband, you know, would go with me, take me there and stuff. And I would have to send him go get a sandwich. Now I'm doing my treatment, but I'm sitting there eating sandwiches and chips and junk like that because the steroids was kind of stirring your appetite. You know, I read that everybody gets skinny and get real small and stuff. They're like, I don't want to look like a skeleton. And so I was trying to hold on to this weight too. I was drinking shakes to fatten myself up, you know, not to lose weight. I'll put it like that. Control that. So anyway, I got through it. I only needed 8 weeks. But the side effects, like I say, I did lose my hair, and it's like, I said, what's sad is I'm focused more on losing my hair than my treatment. So I say, I guess it comes from, you know, my mom telling me your hair, your glory, hold on to your hair, take care of your hair. But I say, that don't even really make sense, but it's just something just inside of you, you know, you don't want to lose your hair. It was emotional. It really was. It was very emotional. So even though I was dealing with some physical after effects, still, you know, that was tough. So anyway, like I say, I had friends to encourage me, and, you know, and they told me, you know, I started finding all kinds of healing scriptures and prayers and all kinds of stuff. When you get in situations like that, you know, you desperate. You're desperate for your healing. Because it's mentally, it's emotional, and it's physically. Because my side effects would happen like some days later. I would have like bone pain. And they did have some medicine for that, and that did calm down some. You had to go get a shot in your stomach. It's some kind of medicine they had to, so your bone won't hurt so bad. But that was one of my side effects. You know, my bones, you know, was tired or hurt or whatever. I mean, it eased some, the meds. I used to have to go in 1 week to bed. But anyway, I went through that, got through it, you know, thank God I got through it. But like I said, it was challenging. It was painful. It was emotionally draining. It was, you know, you stay in the bed, you fell down, you fell out, you fell low. But, you know, through it all, you know, like they say, you know, no test, no testimony. So I got through it, and I think I'm stronger, wiser, better. And I feel, you know, pretty much like a warrior to get through something like that. I think anybody's a warrior to get through anything like that. So I wanted to kind of talk a little about some ways to prevent that. Make sure you're getting your mammograms, especially if you high risk or 40 or older, because early detection is the key. And if you have this breast, you have to get it, and it shows on your report. You talk to your doctor about that, because he or she might need to test you further. Don't smoke, limit alcohol, exercise regularly, get good sleep, manage your stress, because stress can be one of the causes of that. I mean, being in toxic relationships, stress, and whatever reasons, try to control that. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables, and if it runs in your family, get genetic testing. So I did that myself. It didn't even run in my family. So sometimes it runs in some families, sometimes it don't. You don't know where it comes from. So also, I would like to read a prayer to encourage someone if you know someone going through cancer, breast cancer. So this prayer, okay, I just want to read it. It says, "Truly my soul finds rest in God, my salvation from him. Truly he is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress. I will never be shaken. God didn't promise days without pain, laughter without sorrow, or sun without rain. But he did promise strength for the day, comfort for the tears, and light for." So, my thoughts is, hey, you got to fight your battle. And with God, all things are possible, because, your body, your soul, your spirit, all that is connected. So keep hopeful, keep hope alive. Thank you.
Oh, Coach Pam, that was so powerful. You got tears in my eyes because I'm glad you did a prayer. That was on my hear a prayer. What stuck out to me is when you talked about scriptures, finding healing scriptures when you need your body to heal. I do have one question real quick. What kind of, I know you said prayer, like you would tell your friends come immediately and pray over you. Was there anything else? Because one of my teachers, I think it was a year ago, she was going through it, and I wanted to help so much. I was like, "Oh, what can I do?" I got like a fur blanket, a book. I bought her water. I was just like, "What can I do?" So, what did you need at that time?
I think that's basically all I needed. Some of my friends did bring me food, so they fed me. So food, encouragement, help a person believe that, you can make it, like this too shall pass. This is only temporary. And just take one step at a time. I mean, it might even 1 minute at a time, because you just never know, how you're going to feel from 1 minute to another minute. So I would just encouraging them, and maybe give them a book, healing book or encouraging book, and continue to pray for them and let them know you're there for them in case they need to talk to you.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have anything, Carenda?
Oh Lord, first let me just say, Coach Pam, we truly just wrap our hugs and love around you. I am so grateful for God's great grace to restore you not once, but twice. You are a 2-time breast cancer survivor. And I'm so glad that you took time to share your journey and really be real about some things. Even when you talked about, you were thinking about your hair, but that's real talk. When you think about the things that sometimes so many of us either take it for granted, or we do value. And when you are faced with a health situation in that way that can ultimately alter what you've known, what you have valued, what you have taken care of. Like, you take care of your body, your temple, your hair is a part of all of that. I mean, that is real talk. And so I'm grateful for God's grace. I'm so glad that you're here today to share your story, to encourage other women, to get tested, and I loved the part that you said about, if you have dense breasts. I do. And I know I need to be very mindful of that, because I also have that. And so that was good information to share. Make sure if you need to get further testing or have those conversations with your primary care provider. Just powerful. And thank you for sharing the prayer at the end as well. Because we never want to take it for granted. There are ladies, women out here who they may not have a friend to call upon for prayer, but tonight they had Coach Pam to pray. Tonight they had Coach Pam to speak a prayer over them. And for that, oh my gosh, that's love right there. That is love right there. So thank you, Coach Pam, for sharing that. And, I don't know if we quickly can just say, if there's anyone that you want to just celebrate their names. Two people come to mind for me personally. My aunt, I call her Auntie Bert. She is a breast cancer survivor. Also, my dear sister, Kina, she celebrated 9 years as a breast cancer survivor yesterday. And so I sent her a message to just celebrate her and encourage her. And so I don't know if you all have others that you just want to quickly say their names. And if you're listening to us tonight, if you're a breast cancer survivor or know someone who is a breast cancer survivor, feel free to share it in the chat, because we want to celebrate them, speak their name, and just know that here at the LoveSeat Podcast, we are praying for them and just continuing to keep their heart up. So, Andrea, Coach Pam, I don't know if you all know of anyone else that is a breast cancer survivor.
Yes. My cousin, Regina Davis, one of my teachers, Jeannie, and Amy, they survived, and they were so strong. And I was so happy that they would go on Facebook and ring that bell. And ringing that bell, it's just like a battle.
I did it. Yeah. I got through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Coach
Pam, I know
Odell.
Odell, one of my friends. Who else? Carla Carter. Mary Carey. I can't. It's quite a few people I've known too. Been through.
Much love to them. I also want to add to those that we're talking about. Deirdre, my cousin's, it's her sister-in-law. I know she is a breast cancer survivor. So listen. If you just heard Coach Pam, please get your mammograms, right, Andrea?
Yes, and that is, I want to go back to what you were saying about stress. I was watching a video today about, it's one thing to have acute stress, but it's another thing to have chronic stress. And as Black women, we really need to, I know when I got in my 40s, I was like, I'm tired of being She-Ra. I don't know about y'all, but I was like, I released that time. I'm not being Superwoman no more.
Right.
I am just going to enjoy life, my family, my friends, God, everything. But I am no longer, I thought it was great to be that Superwoman in my 30s. And so I just want to encourage women, like, don't feel like you have to do everything. Number one, take care of yourself. You cannot take care of anybody else if you don't take care of yourself. So what I found in my 40s, God made a Sabbath day. Guess what? I'm starting to sit down more and more.
Sit it down.
Yes.
Sit it down.
But the problem is sometimes women are sometimes stuck in toxic relationships.
Ooh.
So that becomes a problem. I've been there, done that. So that
absolutely.
is a problem with a lot of women.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Coach Pam, for your story. That encouraged me, and you just spoke knowledge, because I have dense breasts too. And I went to my doctor, and she said, "Oh, you're fine." But when I got my test, the lady was like, "No, do an ultrasound just to be on the safe side." So just by you saying that, sometimes, guys, you have to use your own wisdom, do your own research, and pray over things, and God can reveal things. He can give you that wisdom and tell you exactly what you need to do. So, always go to the Father.
I'll give wisdom to a friend to tell you what you need to do too.
Oh, I got one more thing, Andrea. I got one more thing. Good, Coach Pam. One of the things that was so powerful about your story when you were saying how one doctor was saying this, another doctor was saying that. So, I mean, imagine here you are getting information, finding out that you have breast cancer, and then, you're going to an expert, and this one is saying something, and they're saying something. And I cannot imagine emotionally, mentally, the weight that all of that can bring about. And I'm so grateful for the doctor that was able to hear you, calm you, treat you. What was her name again?
Dr. Cleamore.
Much
Cleamore
love.
at UT Southwest.
Much love. Because that's a blessing. That is a blessing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a blessing.
Woo. Okay.
All right. So now our next thing, we are going to have Coach Pam tell her about her lovely business. Go ahead, Coach Pam.
Okay. My business is Legal Shield. Do you need a contract review, a will? Do you have a business? I would like to offer legal employee benefits without any cost to you. You have a youngster in college that might be out at 3 a.m. in the morning and may get stopped. We have an app that they could use to contact a lawyer anytime, day or night. Are you worried about your ID stolen? A lot of banks and businesses has been broken into as far as your information. I can help you to be legal ready and ID Shield ready. Please contact me at pamw.prosper1@gmail.com, or you can call me at 214-434-0074. I can help you be legal ready day or night. Thank you.
Love it.
Yes. Please use the resources for Coach Pam. It's important to take care of your legal questions, things that come unexpectedly. You never know. So please use that resource. All right, ladies. I love this time of the show. Love it or leave it.
Oh my.
Love it or leave it. Is it okay to participate in Halloween, y'all? Halloween is about to come up. Is it okay to participate in Halloween? I'm gonna count to 3.
Okay.
And
so we put our hearts up if we like.
Hearts up if you agree.
Okay.
The hearts down.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Look, my heart's like this.
I was scared to put the half heart up. I was scared to put the half heart up.
It's not even, I don't even know what this is. I don't even think in all of the years that we have done the LoveSeat Podcast that a heart has ever been like normally we're like this or we're like this. But I don't think I've ever done.
Like, I was like, nah, try to have God strike me
down. Yeah, like,
oh
God, Father. Okay.
All right, Carenda, I'm gonna start with you.
Okay. At the core, no. I do not agree. Now, but let me be very real. Growing up, did I dress up, and did my mom take me, around the neighborhood and knock on doors and be out with other kids and candy and, run and have fun and look at other people's children's costumes and all that? I mean, I did. And it's so interesting because there's this childlike aspect of Halloween where children, have a chance to, have fun and laugh and get together and do certain things. Like, and I know some churches, they kind of put a spin on it too. And it might be Hallowed be thy name, or trunk and tree, something like. They do different things, I mean, at the core, as I have gotten older, I mean, I that is not a holiday that I celebrate. No. Or that I do things in a participatory manner. But let me be very kind of clear. So, like, for instance, tomorrow there is a networking event, right? And they're saying, come, it's networking. You get a chance to meet people in the community. You have a table. You can pass out information about your business. Bring candy, and they are encouraging, for you to wear a costume. And I told them up front, I'm not wearing any costume, but I am going for the other half of the purposes of being able to give out some information, in a different way, instead of going directly maybe to a ministry or an organization, meeting women as mothers and getting information to them about Stress Easy, because mothers will be there with their children. So, oh, Lord have mercy. It's just, but at the core, it's not my thing. But I can't sit here and say, I've never dressed up or didn't participate or didn't do things as a youth or didn't go, knocking on doors and getting candy and getting my candy home and pulling it out on the table and counting my candy and separating the candy I like from the candy I don't like, and my mama inspecting the candy, making sure. You remember, like, back in the day, they'd be like, inspect the candy, make sure nobody put no needles in. Lord have mercy. So at the core, it is not something that I celebrate. It is not something that I am, advocating or, but I do recognize, however, growing up, there was some fun in the activity of dressing up and meeting kids and being out and that kind of thing. So that's why my heart, my heart is all just lopsided. It's just, okay, that's all I got to say.
Coach Bell, what do you say?
I'm pretty much like Carenda. I grew up, we celebrated Halloween. I mean, my parents, they was in church and stuff, and they didn't have a problem. I guess they just looked at it as it's a kid thing. They didn't look, I guess, deeper as the meaning of it or anything like that. As for me, I don't personally celebrate it. I normally don't go to events that's celebrating it. I wouldn't probably take my granddaughter to any event celebrating, but I do believe in the Hallelujah night or the dressing as angels, because I think, it's good to have kids have alternatives, okay, to explain to your kids the reason why and still take them somewhere so they can have fun. Harvest day, harvest night, whatever, to have fun, face painting, little food and candy, dress up with the kids that's, among them that they might have met at church or Christian event, more Christian event. So at the core, no, I don't celebrate it, but I think it's alternative for the kids. I think that's good for them to enjoy it, have some fun.
I'm in the same boat with you guys, ladies. I don't like celebrating Halloween.
Yeah.
I did take my kids, like this past Sunday, we had a trunk or treat. and my husband wanted the family to do a service, so we got candy. But I specifically was like, "Happy fall!" Every year, happy
That's
fall.
right. Uh-huh. Happy fall.
Yes, happy fall. Here's some stickers, you know. And I was emphasizing on that. And my husband and I, we got invited to a Halloween party. And I was so glad we had so much going on because I did not want to go, y'all. I didn't want to dress up. I didn't want to participate. It wasn't that I didn't want to be me. I was just like, that's not me.
Yeah.
And I know my kids love, like, my David, he loves to dress up. He was Mario yesterday. He absolutely loved it. I was Peaches, his Princess Peach, and my husband was the, you know, what is it, Luigi. So we dress up as fun characters.
Yeah.
And we have memories. Like our first one was Incredibles. We were the Incredibles family, and I like doing that for kids. But then when it got to a grown-up adult party, I was like, oh, I really don't want to participate in that. I believe in spirits. I will never forget being in the military, and one of my coworkers, she was like, you know, y'all get to celebrate being a Christian and all that. I want to celebrate Wicked. And I was like, oh no.
Oh.
And it was on Halloween night, and I told my friends, do not go in that room. And when I say they came out screaming and yelling and saying they saw spirits, I mean, they were shaking that night. I remember being 20 years old in the military, and I said, don't touch me. We're telling don't touch me. Right. I will pray for y'all. That's right. I don't play with no spirits. So guys, there are spirits out there.
Yeah.
And we have to be very cautious about what we participate in.
Yes.
So yes. I'm not going to tell somebody else, but I'm going to tell you no.
Yeah. I got a quick story, real quick. Years ago. I'm Lord have mercy. Yes. Okay. I'm 44 now. And I used to spend the summer. My brother, this is very interesting. My oldest brother, Kendrick, he is the oldest grandchild. Okay. This is on my grandmother's side. He is the oldest grandchild. And I am the baby. Okay. And we're brothers and sisters. Right. And so in between, there's other grandkids, right? There's other cousins, but he's the oldest and I'm the baby. Okay. And so for the summer, I would go to Virginia, to my auntie's house, and my cousin Melody, you know, she was older and I looked up to her, and I had a cousin Sherry, you know, she was a little older, and I wanted to like do stuff that they did. You know, I wanted to go to skate night and I wanted to do things that they did. And they were like, no, Carenda, you're too young. You got to wait, you know, all this stuff. Anyway, one night they decided, this was at my cousin Melody's. I can't remember how old I was. I was young, but they watched Freddy Krueger. Y'all remember Freddy Krueger? Oh, God. And I was like, no, I'm old enough. I can handle it. I want to watch the movie. I didn't want to be left out, you know? And so I was the baby cousin. I didn't want to be left out. Let me tell y'all, I watched that movie. I got back to Baltimore. I had to sleep in the bed with my mama for almost a month because I had nightmares out of this world. Wow. I couldn't even sleep in my own bed. And my mom's like, you know, she called me. Why'd you have her watch that movie? You know, anyway, I could not even sleep in my own bed. I'm telling y'all, I think I slept with my mom for about a month. And she told me I was a wild sleeper. I was the one elbowing, knees in the back, legs all over.
Well, Freddy Krueger gave me a nightmare too, because I remember I watched the movie and I think it was some scene in the bathtub for at least 2 or 3 months. My mom, somebody had to come in the bathroom for me to take a bath because I was so scared somebody was going to come and get me. Yes. I don't do horror movies.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I was messed up. And I remember even growing up in school, we used to go in the bathroom in school and play some game, we would say is it Hail Mary? Somebody's name we would call, and then we would all get scared and run out the bathroom, and they was just craziness. Craziness. I can't remember. Just some craziness. Yeah, but Freddie messed me up. Freddie messed me up, y'all. Freddie
and Chucky.
Freddie and Chucky.
Because my dolls was the size of Chucky. I couldn't sleep. I was
right. Like, you think the dolls are staring at you, coming to get you? I know. That stuff messes you up. It messes you up.
Just be cautious, y'all.
Oh, gosh.
Just be cautious of anything you participate these days. Because you have to really, really just be aware and have those discussions with your children.
Yeah.
Have those discussions, because I'd be like, we're not going out on Halloween. We sit right up in here and have our little fall little treats and watch a little Charlie Brown. And that's it. Charlie Brown. And my kids are teenagers.
Oh God. Listen, but at the end of the day, I do agree with you. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. You know, don't, because that confuses kids, and then, you know, but have the conversation, and let your yes be yes, your no be no. And but yeah, oh my gosh, Charlie Brown.
Something, you know.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah, sweet, wholesome, and simple.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Wholesome. All right. So tonight I want to talk about my business, my ministry. Actually, it's ministry, about Maximize Life. And just earlier today, I was talking about planning. So the next 2 months, I am going to be hosting for Maximize Life, where women can get on a Zoom call, and we're also going to have a meeting location as well next month to plan for 2025, just so that you can have a healthy 2025 and plan and be prepared and just go into a positive mindset. So, you know, if you're interested in that, please look me up and I can give you the information you need so you can be on that Zoom call. And that is that. All right. So for tonight, we have been talking about wisdom. We have been pouring out knowledge. Coach Pam definitely gave us some tips about breast awareness. And we want to continue to encourage y'all. I have a statement for you guys tonight. So I'm going to read it. It's a quote. "We are not what we know, but what we are willing to learn. Good people are good because they come to wisdom through failure. Your words is a lamp for my feet, a light for my path. The first problem for all of us is men and women is not to learn, but to unlearn." So, ladies, what do y'all think about when you hear that statement?
That's good. You know, it goes back to me to some of the things we talked about earlier about surrender. You know, because in order to, when you do that, you open yourself to be able to be teachable, you know, flexible, and to hear from God, and to hear, and to also hear from others whom God is using. But wisdom is everything. When I tell you all, you know, my car was totaled during Hurricane Helene by water damage. And so I have had to now, you know, and looking for a car. Thank you, Jesus. I found a car. Thank you, Father. I will, by the grace of God, go get this car tomorrow, but wasn't expecting it, right? And last Wednesday, when I was in prayer at my church, big shout out to Excel Church, Pastor Barrick here in Gastonia. But when I was at church in prayer, you know what? It hit me. It said, I said, Lord, you know what? I don't need to pray about the car. I need to pray for wisdom. I need to pray for wisdom, because the car will come. You already know my needs. You already know what I stand in need of. You already know what that looks like. But what I need is wisdom. Give me wisdom, discernment, to ask the right questions, to be connected to the right people, who will say, hey, Carenda, no, stay away from that. or look for this, or you know what I'm saying? Because they were even saying on the news, because of the hurricane, watch out for scams, because people are selling their cars to make quick money, and these cars are water damaged. They're not good cars, and things to look out for. And so I have literally been praying continuously for wisdom. It is so important.
Coach Pam, did you have anything?
That's so good. I like what you said, especially about unlearn, because sometimes things is just so deep rooted in us. It's just hard to let it go. I mean, you literally need to ask God to help you let it go, because you can't do that on your own. Especially grew up with it, and this is what your parents or parent taught you, and you feel like it's right, it's it, that's it. But sometimes, our parents were just trying to survive. So, as we grow and learn and times and seasons change, we should always be looking for wisdom and knowledge. And that's one thing my mom always told me, get wisdom, get wisdom. I didn't even know it was biblical, but she always said it. So it's like, get wisdom. But, as I grew, wisdom, start seeing in the Bible, get wisdom, get knowledge, and all you're get an understanding. And she would say that too. Because sometimes you get wisdom and you still don't understand what you get. So, yeah. Unlearn is hard, especially as people, grow older and stuff. They,
right.
The saying is hard to teach old tricks. Some people it's hard.
It's hard.
Learn.
It's hard. It's hard to learn.
It's hard.
I'm trying to keep my mind open as I grow to, learn from anybody, even my little granddaughter. As I watch her, I say, dang, she's a leader. She's a leader. You know what she want, like you say, let your yay be yay. And I say a lot of times babies, they want this. That's why they be having them tantrums. This is what I want. They know for sure this is what I want. So, as we grow, I guess we let other people, tell us this or tell us that. But a lot of times these people are broken themselves. So, hey, we need to listen to people, but listen, with God. They like Santa one, I think about her Carenda, her Zana one, how she talks about she do spoken. I don't know if you ever heard of Andrea. She spoken word, Hosanna one, Christian spoken word. She was at the conference and she talks about how we allow other people to tell us who we are. But her title of her YouTube is I Have a New Name. So I only need to believe what God said, that I'm favored, I'm purposeful, I'm brand new, I am more than all these new names, and quit answering to those old names. We allow those old to hold us, keep us in bondage. So
I've heard her perform that. It's powerful. She has a powerful story and a powerful testimony. It's a powerful story, powerful testimony. But I've heard her perform that spoken word, and it is indeed powerful, life-changing.
I mean, it brought tears to my eyes. I had never heard of her.
Gifted. I mean, I believe I heard her speak at I wasn't there live, but I heard her speak. I think it's Transformation Church. My best friend, I believe that's the church. That's the name of her church. Lord, please forgive me if I have that wrong. I believe it's
that's right.
Is that right? Okay. Yeah, she spoke there and did talk about her testimony and did that poem, and it was powerful. Yeah.
It was powerful.
Yeah.
I know for my wisdom, something stuck out to me today. And as a married woman, sometimes we get defensive when our spouse said something like, what you mean by that? And so the lady was saying, look, don't get so defensive when your spouse is trying to talk to you. They are your best friend. They have your back and they're watching out for you because they don't want you to look silly out in front of the world. A lot of times my husband will tell me and the boys, like, look, what are you doing? What are you representing? Because when you go out there, I'm I'm the head. I'm supposed to lead y'all, and we got to make sure we are on one accord and not necessarily think they're picking at you. They're just looking out for you so you guys can be on the same page. So that spoke out to me for a little wisdom for us married folks out there.
That's good. That's good.
Sometimes we do not want to hear. We do not want to hear. So now Carenda has an ebook, guys, that I want her to talk about, and I need to get this book.
Yes. So I'm excited. There's two things that's happening. Super excited about. Launched an ebook recently. It's called Winning the Battle Within: How to Detox Emotionally and Win. It is a great complement to yes, Ron, that's right. That was the right one. Yes, it's a great complement to the 30-day emotional detox regimen. It is an ebook. Y'all, it's I think $4.99 on Amazon. Seriously, but it's an amazing. It's wonderful. I give some personal stories in there. There are some tangible things in there. Wisdom is in this book. But we've got to win. We've got to finish well. We've got to finish strong, and we've got to do that by learning how to detox emotionally. And so, again, definitely head over to Amazon. And get your ebook, or you can also go to the website at stress-easy.com and order the ebook from there as well. But it is a great complement and guide to detoxing emotionally. Yes.
Well, congratulations on your new book. I know that was a lot of hard work.
Yes.
I was that before, so I know you are dropping some nuggets for us. So let's go out and support Carenda and get this book, guys, because we all could use some emotional detox. Okay, I don't care who you are. So spiritual coaching, let's get this book. It's on Amazon, and you cannot beat $4.99.
I'm just saying, can you even get? I mean, they charge you now for a cup of water. Like, seriously, come on, y'all, come on.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, Ron. I'm sorry, Andrea. Really quick. Yes. I want to also, listen, I'm telling you all now, you might get a personal text from me. This is so heavy on me. We are in the fourth quarter of 2024. We must, hear me, we must finish this year strong. We must finish this year well. I'm launching something called Stress Easy November. I am calling 30 women to detox emotionally for the next 30 days. And that means that you will invest in yourself and do the 30-day detox regimen that God has given me to share with women nationwide. So ladies, I am calling on you. We've already got one in place, and we're going to reach that number. So listen, Stress Easy November. So you can do it in the month of November, do it before Christmas and all the holidays and other things come up. You can do this prior to going into the new year. Andrea talked about preparation. This is a great time to prepare now by getting emotionally fit, by enhancing your mental health and emotional well-being, by building emotional resilience, by increasing your heart health, and by understanding your triggers and learning how to express your emotions appropriately. So do not be surprised. I'm telling you now, you may get a text from me, an email from me. I am going to be putting this out there on social media. 30 women. I'm calling you to detox emotionally for 30 days. Yeah, for November. Let's do it.
Now Carenda is going to come on and give us our love tip for the evening.
Yes. Listen, my love tip. Wait a minute. Before I get to my love tip, I want to really quickly circle back. Ron, I know we're out of time, but we're doing real good. But we out there. We're there, and we're there. I want to just circle back really quickly. We have some resources for those of you who may need. We're talking about breast cancer awareness. So for those of you who may need some information regarding. Maybe you don't have insurance, or you're in a financial strain, but you want to get your mammogram done, and you're like, well, who can I call? What resources are out there? So I am in the Charlotte Gastonia area. I'm in Gastonia, but I'm in the Charlotte Gastonia area. So I want to make sure you are aware of Atrium Health's Project Pink. Atrium Health Project Pink offers free mammograms to uninsured women through mobile units. And underserved areas. So for details, the number is 980-442-3056. 980-442-3056. And you can also reach out to us and we'll get this information to you. Also, there is Envision Diagnostics. They provide mobile mammograms throughout North Carolina, including Charlotte. They offer 3D and they partner with local events and organizations to provide free screenings. So you can learn more about them at 877-318-1349. And then last but not least, there is Novant Health Presbyterian Breast Center. Novant Health Presbyterian Breast Center. If you're in the Charlotte, Gastonia, North Carolina area, they also offer free mammograms for those who qualify based on financial need. And you can contact them at 704-384-7226, 704-384-7226. And Coach Pam, I know you're in the Texas area. Do you want to quickly note some of the resources that are in Texas?
Yes. Okay. In the DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have the Methodist Health System facility located in Dallas. They offer either free or low price mammograms. So you can contact if you're over 40, 214-933-7200. When you call, request a mammogram poster girl grant mammogram. And high risk, you call 214-947-1771. Then we have the Parkland Breast Health Center in Dallas, 214-266-3333. And in Fort Worth, we have the Moncrief Cancer Institute, 817-288-9970. And you can always contact Susan Coleman Foundation and the National Breast Cancer Foundation Incorporated.
Yes, thank you. So we wanted to make sure we got you all some resources. That's part of the love tip, because love is also being able to provide information, being able to give back, make sure we give information to those who are in need. And so part of the love tip tonight was to make sure we provided you with resources. Please get your mammograms. Get checked. Take someone if you need to. Phone a friend if you need to. Talk to someone if you need that extra support. But please get tested. And so we love you here so much at the LoveSeat Podcast that we wanted to make sure we provided resources to you for those of you who may need more information on different organizations that provide free mammograms. Okay, that's love, y'all. We're keeping our hearts up and we're going to make sure we get checked. Okay, that's number one. Love tip number two. I got 3 love tips. Oh my Lord. Love tip number 2, be sure to exercise your right to vote. We are not a political podcast, but we do want to encourage you all to vote. Early voting is going on in several states. And November 5th is voting day. So please, we love you and we want to encourage you to exercise your right to vote. So please do that. And number 3, last but not least, my love tip is to my co-host, Andrea, tonight. Oh my gosh, you did an amazing job. Oh my goodness. Thank you for hosting the LoveSeat Podcast tonight. Just want to send love your way for doing just an amazing job tonight, and just running through the show, doing it flawlessly from the heart. I'm so excited. I thank you so much for all that you do and bring to the table. So much love to my co-host. Yes.
Carenda got this down, Pat. Y'all know.
You did great.
Out and do a little bit more, but Carenda she got this down.
You did great. It was wonderful tonight. It felt good to sit back. Trust me, it felt good to sit back. So, all right, I'm gonna be quiet in 1 second. Love tip number 4. This just hit me. Okay. Be okay with sitting back sometimes and letting others lead the way. It is okay. So I don't know who that's for. Be open to delegate. Be open to have someone else say, hey, I got you. Hey, I can do this. I want to do this. Let them. It's okay to sit back because sometimes you need to get fed. You need that moment to just have that seat as well. So love tip number 4. It's okay to sit back. That's for somebody. I don't know who that's for, because that was for me too. It's okay to sit back and receive. Yeah. So I enjoyed this tonight. That's good. I enjoyed it.
This is the end of the show. We are so glad that you have joined us. But we want you to come back on November the 18th. Now, put that on your calendar at 7 p.m. We are so excited for our next topics. Please join on. But also, our new announcement is that we are going to have a women's conference. Keep your heart up. Virtually in February 2025, guys. It will be here before you know. Remember to love yourself fully, freely, and unconditionally. Have a good night.
Good night.
You stand still and know that I am God. Trust in you in all I do, and know that I will see you through. That his word is true.